What's up, everybody, and welcome to today's edition, well, the first edition on YouTube of Pulse Points, where I'm going to be talking about the scary things concerning streaming and content creation. So, like the title suggests, we're going to be talking about the things that people don't like to talk about a whole lot when it comes to making content and in, you know, the other form in streaming. So let me turn this down just a little bit. Music's a little bit loud. At least in my ears, it's a little bit loud. Okay. So like I said, I want to talk about the scary things, the things we don't talk about often enough when it comes to content creation and streaming. So let's get right down to the point. The first thing is, my mic is working in here. Output goes to chat. Input is chat mic. There we go. And at any point of this stream, if you guys want to come in and talk and, you know, kind of weigh in on some of this stuff, just let me know. This is something, again, that's very new to the channel. I'm not very used to anymore of doing the whole live stream Pulse Points kind of thing. Normally I just record these videos. So let's talk about the first thing when it comes to what's scary about making content, and that is making content. Yeah, I don't know how many of you guys have tried to make your own content, and it's terrifying. Hi, Meg. Hi, Miss Megatron. How are you doing tonight? I gotta refill this thing. I just had the thingy. That's not important right now. Anywho, what kind of content are we talking about here? All types of content. Any kind of content you want to make. Whether it's posting stuff on TikTok, on Reels, on YouTube Shorts, making videos, going live, OnlyFans, Instagram, whatever it is that you want to make. Hi, Miss Misaki. How you doing? But that's something that I want to talk about. I want to talk about the different things, the different like scary things. The first thing that I want to talk about is making content, whether that's recording your own videos, posting clips, editing clips, any of those things. I want to make at least one epic, awesome TikTok that goes viral. Just one. I won't. Yeah. And I think that's the goal with everybody with short form content or any kind of content in general is I want to blow up. I want to have at least my one video that's like amazing. And just like Pinpoint just said, what's going on, man? Hit those like buttons for me. I would greatly appreciate it. Share it to your friends because you never know. Somebody might need to hear some of this. When it comes to posting content, and I've said this before, I have a TikTok that says it. I have, you know, a Facebook reel that says it. The only way you're going to make good content truly is to make bad content. And what I mean by that, what I mean by you have to make bad content to make good content is just like anywhere else. How do you tag people? I don't think you can actually, I don't think you can tag people on YouTube, but you can share it to them. All I realize is that creepy old dudes will pay good money for a picture of yourself. Not me. But I'm going to stand up. I've been sitting all day. So, let's stand up. I said creepy. Oh. Well, nobody's taking pictures of, or taking my pictures. And I'm offended. Let's bring this up just a little bit more. Yeah, right about, a little too high. I want the sax, play the sax. Oh my Jesus. But okay, so the main thing that I talk about when it comes to making content is, hey, John, the main thing is going to be, you're going to have to post more content. If you're not posting content, you're not going to get to that good content level. If you're not constantly posting content, you're not going to be making all of this extra content. So like Miss Misaki says, do it, as the great Shia LaBeouf said. But like I'm saying, if you want your content to be great, you have to just start posting, and then you start learning and evolving. Your first video is not going to be amazing. It's not. No matter what anyone says, it is not going to be amazing. If you try to make your first video like this, the greatest video anyone's ever seen, it's not going to happen. If it does happen, you might have spent 2 months making, perfecting the perfect video just for your next video to come out in another 2 months or so. So one of the things that I'm saying is, post your videos. They might get 5 views. They might get 300 views. They might get 2 million views. You don't know until you post it. Also, when it comes to making your content, if you have friends, make them watch your stuff before you post it. Make them watch it and see what they think. See if they like your video. See if they have any critiques for your video, especially if they're other content creators. Every content creator has some kind of input, whether they are just starting or they've been doing it for years. Think about that, because most content creators were first content watchers. Yeah? Anybody who makes content watched content first. So they know the kind of content that they like. And they will give you like advice as far as what they see in the video. One of my biggest content critiques is my wife. She watches my videos before I post them, and she's either like, I don't like it, or like, oh, maybe change this, or it's really good. And having people that can just watch your content, I'm not saying like fish everybody that you know to watch this one video before you post it. I would say maybe ask 1 or 2 people and just say, hey, will you watch this for me? And just let me know what you think. Because that will be the best advice you're gonna get if it's from 1 or 2 people that you trust. I have a presentation to make. Oh, what kind of presentation? I should eat something, but I'm lazy. I should eat something too. I need to eat something. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I haven't either. I'm gonna make pasta and turkey meatballs. I'm excited for it. But like I'm saying, make content, guys. That's the first thing that everyone's afraid of doing, is making the content, because every single one of us has a little bit of a perfectionist in us that we're not gonna be able to get out unless we're really, if you just like block it out. Meg said, I just got groceries and snagged up a bunch of fresh veggies. Ooh, we should get something. It's 1 a.m. Oh yeah, go get something. But when you have these people that watch your stuff, if you're posting regularly, you're gonna notice your content gets better and better and better. Or if you're going live, as long as you are critiquing yourself, you're gonna see yourself as a content creator get better and better and better. As long as you are showing that you care about your product and what you're putting out. Meg said, I got a lot of Brussels sprouts. Yum. For you. I mean, I don't like Brussels sprouts, but yeah. So all in all, make content. Make content that you would watch. If you wouldn't watch your video, don't expect everyone else to watch your video. I need to get rid of that. But hey, Dreamer. I don't like them, Meg. I'm sorry. Randomly got a butternut squash. I don't like squash either. But that's gonna be my biggest advice when it comes to making content, is make content. Make content. It doesn't have to be the greatest thing ever. I say, and I will be the first person to nudge you in the direction of just do it. What is the worst that's going to happen? People don't watch your video. Sorry, Meg. I'm sorry. Watching me by a fire, AE. What's up, Brandon? But that's going to be the biggest advice I'm going to have as far as making content. If you guys have anything you want to add, just let me know. Come into the Discord, all that stuff. Okay, but you the what? But this, okay, but you threw out the puppy eyes. Now we get, okay. I mean, if anybody that's a content creator wants to weigh in on this, let me know. Either come into the Discord or post it in the chat. Like I said, that's my advice for making content. As far as like the scary things, it is a very, very scary thing to put your content out there, put your videos out there, put stuff that you've worked on or that you've worked hard to create out there for everyone to see. It's extremely difficult. This is coming from somebody who is very, very much so a perfectionist. And sorry. This is coming from someone who's a perfectionist, and I'm very anal about my content. I will spend hours on a 20 or 30-second short that I don't even post because either I forget it or forget to, or I watch it back and I'm like, I don't think people are going to watch this. When in reality, that could be my big video. So take it from somebody who just doesn't heed by the advice I just gave. And I'm slowly learning by my own mistakes, and I'm giving it out to you guys so that you can not make the same mistakes that I make. You know? I love making crispy Parmesan and bacon Brussels sprouts. That actually sounds fire. I say take the risk and post it because you never know. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. If you don't go and take the risk, you don't know. You don't know what could happen. And if you don't know, and that's why you're not, that's the wrong way to live about anything. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be ignorant, but what is this video about? It's in the description. It's about the scary things about content creation. As a content creator, you have to take certain risks. You have to take a ton of risks as a content creator. If you want to do well as a content creator, I'll say. Not necessarily you have to do that, but to be a successful content creator, you do have to take risks. That's going to be the second thing I want to talk about. Taking risks. How many of you guys are afraid of taking a risk? Or just taking a lunge or a plunge? I am. Every single day. Anytime I do something new on stream, I'm terrified of it. I will say, I'm going to talk about this here in a little bit, but it is something that is terrifying for me to take risks. That's why a lot of times my streams are very similar to one another. I don't get out of my box all the time, and I need to. In order for me to grow as a content creator, I have to take risks. Whether it means doing an entire stream dressed as an Oompa Loompa, or singing for a part of a stream, or completely doing something outside of my wheelhouse, playing my saxophone more on stream, doing a stream where I'm showing people how to make designs, or who knows what. There's a lot of stuff I don't do. I kind of stick to gaming content, and I've noticed what I've always enjoyed the most was doing these pole point videos. I've always enjoyed them. When I was on Facebook gaming, I wasn't really allowed to because I was penalized for doing streams like this. So take a risk. Take the risk. Worst thing is, it didn't pan out. Next thing I want to talk about is when to change platforms. Those of you who've been following the channel for a long time know that I changed platforms twice. I agree. Doing anything spontaneous is very exciting. Like playing your sax, that's a huge draw, or doing anything out of the box ordinary. Exactly. But I've changed platforms several times. Every time I've changed, it's because I've been unhappy with the platform that I'm on. I decided to make a really big change by moving to YouTube and not looking back. If you guys notice, all of my lives, except for the IRL ones, when I'm on my phone, are going to be on YouTube. Every single one is going to be on YouTube from now on. I've decided I want YouTube to be my home platform, and changing this to this platform was terrifying because I didn't know who was going to come and watch. And I've learned some of the people that are going to come and watch that were from my Facebook community or my Twitch community. You learn those kind of things. You learn when to do that, when to make the plunge, when to change your platform. With that being said, the scariest thing to any content creator, and the reason why you only see them on one platform, even if they're unhappy, is the fear of starting over. And this kind of goes along with what I was saying. I'm still terrified of starting over. I went from a viewer base at one point of thousands of views a stream on Facebook to hundreds of views per stream to maybe 100 views per stream to one stream had almost 100,000 views for the stream. And I gave that up because I see a future here on YouTube. But starting over is scary when you have all these people that you call your regulars, that you call your family, you call your normal community. It's very hard to start over. It is extremely hard to start over. But sometimes you need to start over. I needed to start over. I got to the point with my channel where I felt that Facebook was never going to push me again. So we needed to start over. We needed to start from ground zero again. And you guys have made this transition phenomenal. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button for me. You need to start over so you can grow. Growing is the best process of life. Don't be stagnant, just do it and grow. Best advice right there. Starting over could be the best thing that ever happened to you. Could be the worst thing that ever happened to you. It kind of goes back to what we were saying before. You got to take the risk. If you feel like it is time for you to start over somewhere, do it. Start over. What's going to hurt you? The only thing that hurts me moving over to YouTube from Facebook is money. That's the only thing. The only thing that's hurting me is money. I was making money on Facebook. Now, I'm not making money on YouTube. But you know what? I started on Facebook not making money. We've had some great months on Facebook. We've had some not so great months. But you know what? Who cares? At this point, I could care less. The only thing in life that is certain is change. The only thing that's certain is change. What are you afraid of? Why are these... So I'm going to ask everybody that's here in chat, why is change scary? Why? Well, it's several questions. Why is change scary? Why is starting over scary? Why is posting content scary? Why is being spontaneous and taking risks scary? Does anybody know? I think it's a pretty simple answer that everyone knows, but everyone is afraid to hear this answer. The main reason it is scary is because it's different. Posting content when you haven't posted content before is different. Taking a risk is different. Being spontaneous is different. Starting over is different. And human nature is, if it's different, it's scary. Because people are judgmental, and judgmental people can alter the effect of the person that's trying to take that risk and take that change because they might not ever want to do it again. Yeah. People are judgmental. But in the world of content creation, and I've told this to several different people, because everybody gets affected differently by chatters, by comments on videos. If you want to be a great content creator, listen to this very closely. If you want to be a great content creator, you have to have thick skin. You just have to. You have to have thick skin. You're gonna, no matter who you are and what you do and what your content is, you are going to have haters. You are going to have trolls. You're gonna have people that are gonna just hate on your content. And that's okay. That is perfectly okay. It is perfectly okay to have haters for your content. It is perfectly okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. Not one thing wrong with that. If we use any streamer, any content creator as an example, you think of like let's use Call of Duty first. What streamers and what content creators, no names, what is it that they do that gets them to blow up? They either get accused of cheating and then they milk it, or they are the toxic ones and that ramps it up. That ramps up people. But also, I've never seen anyone blow up for no reason at all. You have to have something that makes you great as a content creator. Because if you're just like every other content creator, there are hundreds and thousands of other content creators that will do what you're doing, and some of them might do it better. Plain and simple. They might be doing what you're doing better. And they are going to be the ones that are going to get all of your views that you feel should be yours. What other scary things, and for you guys that are content creators, what are other scary things that you feel are scary when it comes to content creation or streaming? A lot of people is showing their face. There are a lot of streamers that don't stream with a camera because they're afraid to show their face, or they're afraid of what could happen when their camera is on. And that's your own prerogative. If you just don't want to have your camera on because you don't want your camera on, that's one thing. If you don't want your camera on because you're afraid of what the reaction will be, that's another thing. So think about that. That's why I quit YouTube a long time ago. My content was too similar to some other people, and in the grand scheme of things, I had the same idea as everyone else. Yeah, but you should do it your own way. Like, I will never encourage somebody to stop making content unless they're just unsatisfied with their own content. You know? If they're just unsatisfied with making content, they don't enjoy it, then no, don't do it. If you enjoy making content, find something that makes you different. Like, seriously, find something that makes you different. What do you have as a person that other people won't have? The way I see it is you have to be you, first and foremost. You have to be you as a content creator. I'm going to sit back down. But I will say, as a whole, content creation is terrifying. It is absolutely terrifying. As a content creator, as a watcher of content, it is absolutely terrifying to make your own content, especially when you want to do well. If you want to do well, you're going to be very critical of your own content. That's just a given. But the way you overcome it is by being genuine and by having your own niche inside of whatever content you're making. So let's take my I don't have very many examples of other people because I don't want to, blast out other people. But let's use my TikTok channel. I was posting nothing but like stream content, gaming content on every stream or every TikTok that I was posting, and I wasn't really getting much traction. I started adding reverb to my voice and thinking about announcing and thinking about how I have an announcer voice and just going, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, while announcing other people and other wrestlers. And I noticed I'm the only person on TikTok doing that. So what did I do? I kept running with it. I kept posting more videos. I have one video that went like semi-viral. What I'm saying is I decided to do something different than what I was used to doing, not knowing what the I just did something completely different than what I was doing and just went for it. Okay, Dreamer says another problem with content creators is that some are just too popular and that the smaller accounts don't have time to flourish and grow. They'll never get views. That's not true. I will say this until I am blue in the face. That is not true. Why I say that is every single large content creator started with nothing. Every single content creator out there started with nothing, with nobody, and they got to where they are. It is not impossible. It is not impossible to become a big content creator. The smaller content creators just have to work maybe a little bit harder at the beginning. Because every big content creator didn't just say, I'm going to go live, I'm going to play games. No, they found their niche, which is what I was saying. You have to find your niche. You have to find the thing that makes you you. You have to find the thing that makes you different than everyone else. You have to find your thing. I don't believe that that there is a content creator too small to flourish. It's not true. But let's talk about that. Let's talk about the whole thing. Let's talk about the whole thing of, I'm not big, so I'm not gonna grow. You don't get big by already being big. You have to put in the work. You have to find your own niche. But Dreamer said, I have a question. What if the thing that makes you you is something that somebody is already doing? For example, what happens if you're into the occult, but another content creator is already doing tarot? Do it different. There's not one way you can do tarot cards. You can do them all different ways. You can dress up. You can basically cosplay a tarot card reader. You can make your tarot readings more theatrical. You can make them more cut and dry. You can make them more educational and explanatory. There's a bunch of other ways that you can do what you're doing that makes you stand apart from someone else. Does that answer your question? It did. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's no such thing as someone doing the same thing as someone else. There's no such thing unless you are literally do that. I've told my boy, you've got to be you. That's exactly it. Like, what you guys see on stream is not very different from what you see off stream. For me. Like, me and my videos, me and my streams, that's me. The thing is, like, the best part about it is nobody else can do me better than me. Just like you said, John, do you. Nobody's gonna do what I do better than how I do it. The only thing is they might do something similar in the same category that might be better than mine. And that's just a fact. That's a fact of life. There's always gonna be someone better than you. There's no such thing as a best. There is no best person. There's no best content creator, because that's a subjective question or a subjective thought. Nobody's going to be the best at everything. If you're fake, people will see through you. Unless that is your niche, is to be a fake person and everyone knows it, and that's your whole thing. Because basically at that point, you're just being an actor. But that's what you want to do. If you want to be someone that you're not, and you want that to be your content, let that be your content, but make sure everyone knows that that's your content, and not that's the real you. I'm going to put that in as another scary thing. I think another thing when it comes to content creators is they're afraid to be themselves. And it's the same reason that people are afraid to be themselves when they're in school, like elementary, junior high, high school, is because everyone wants people to love them, or they want to be liked. They want people to look up to them, and they don't feel like them being their genuine selves is going to do that. I don't believe that at all. I think if you are your genuine self, that will inspire people to be their genuine selves. That will inspire people to want to do what they want to do and how they do it their own way. I don't believe that if you want people to like you, you have to be something you're not. It'll get you in a lot of trouble later on, kind of like what John said. If you're fake, people are going to see right through you. Another thing that makes being that people are afraid of being you, or another reason why people are afraid to be themselves as content creators is people will call them fake. I've been called fake numerous times. I've been called fake more times than I've been called genuine. And my stream just died. Are we back? My stream died for a second there. Hey, Zach. I have an idea for content on YouTube. It's kind of like Blue's Clues. It was going to be for YouTube Kids. It's a mix of live action and animation. It teaches kids about sharing, learning, and growing. I love that. Do it. Try. Take the risk. Post your content. I'm doing great, Zach. We're talking about the scary parts about streaming and content creation. Do you have anything you want to talk about? Any point you want me to discuss? But yeah, a lot of people, like I said, I've been accused of being fake more times than, or more often than not. It stings, especially when I am being my genuine self, but that's just how people are going to be, you know? People are they are going to say that you're not genuine when they are not genuine. I think you did last time because I can't get anyone to talk in chat, but they sit there and I really trying to get them talking. Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about another reason why people don't go live. Because they're afraid people aren't going to talk to them, because the last couple times they've went live, people haven't talked to them. Hi, Ellie. Let's talk about that. What's an easy way to fix that? Put on a show. Why does YouTube block live streams from smaller content creators? I don't know what you're talking about. I honestly don't know. It's hard, but who cares? Exactly. Do you want to know what you do? When I say put on a show, literally put on a show. Like, you're not thinking about why, like, what people are saying. It's turned into you're getting away from interacting with people and you're turning it into you are the interaction. You interact with yourself. You make your own TV show, and people will gravitate toward it to where they will eventually start talking. Trust me on that. Well, that's why, because you have 100 subscribers, anybody under 100 subscribers can't go live. That's not true. I have friends that have under 50 subscribers and go live. But yeah, turn your stream into more of a production than a hangout, which is really hard to do. A lot of us as content creators, we want, like, the reason why we got into content creation was to engage with people. And when you don't have people engaging, it makes it very discouraging as the content creator. But that's the beauty of content creation also. You have the liberty to sway your audience however you want it to be. Your content is your own. Your audience is your own. they will keep coming back for you if you're making content. Now, if you're just playing a game and that's all you're doing, there's a reason why people don't talk. If all you're doing is playing a game, like, let's take any of the battle royales, any of the shooter games. So Call of Duty, Fortnite, Apex. Sorry, the music cut out and it threw me off. But the thing is, people are going to, like, people will end up talking to you if you make it more like a show. They will start engaging with your show. And that's when you start getting those people that come back and they want to hang out with you and they want to talk to you while you're playing the game. But if you're playing like a shooter game and all you're focused on is your gameplay, I'm sorry to say, you're doing it wrong. There's this live streamer who plays Fortnite and interacts with the comments at the same time. It's really crazy, so talented. Yeah, I know a lot of streamers that are like that. They're great. It's something you don't know how to do right away. You say show, but what does that mean? Like more detail? Sure. You play Call of Duty. Like, I'll use you as an example, Zach. You play Call of Duty. You are also active military. Be an actor. Act like you're actually going to battle. Like you're actually going to war. Hey, what's up, Sai? But yeah, Zach, so one thing you can do is literally treat it like you're at war. So you shoot people, you... like face paint and everything. Yeah, if that's what you want to do, I would find out what you're allowed to wear and not to wear. People have gotten in trouble for that. So that's one thing I would definitely say to be cautious of. But make your content be like very real. So if it means putting on face paint or anything like that, do that. But one thing that you can do also is you get shot, act like you got shot. Like, I know you can't just wear, yeah, exactly. But like, you're shooting at somebody, you know, and they shoot at you. Make it very realistic. You know, you're getting shot by somebody. Your health is going down. Why not get shot and be like, ah, I just got shot. Ah! And like, while you're running away, you're making a big deal out of it. Or, you know, you down one guy in a building, you know, say whatever you say, you know, I have a man down in the building. We need to push in, or whatever the terminology is. I obviously don't know the terminology, but you know, one person that made that kind of style somewhat like entertaining and goated was Stone Mountain 64. He does his drill sergeant videos. Who says you can't be the person, like one of the soldiers? Or sorry, not the drill sergeant. He's the commanding officer. But who says you can't do that with your content? Or Here's something really cool that I've never seen a Warzone streamer do. When you're dead, you can't talk to your, like, I haven't seen anybody make it realistic to the point to where, like, if your guy dies, that's it. Like, you can't talk until you redeploy, because there's no way you would, if you die, you're not going to talk to somebody in real life, right? Yeah, no comms. You shouldn't be able to tell your teammates what's going on because you're technically dead. Like I said, it's just something to think about. Something to think about when it comes to your content. I've thought about doing it. I like the comms part about like more. Also, I don't want to make people's like eardrums bleed because they're having to hear all of that. But find your thing. What separates you, what separates you from another guy who's streaming that's active military and plays Call of Duty? What makes you different? That's the biggest thing about content creation, is what makes you different than everyone else. Why should people watch you and not the next guy? Why should people come back to your streams? Why? I mean, there's so many things that I can ask. You're better looking. I mean, if that's your angle, that you're just a better looking active military guy. But seriously, like, you have to find your niche. And also, I'm tired of seeing these as either the stream title or something like that. Like it's either the stream title or it's the description. Stop saying mentioned you in a comment. I'm calling out like 30 people that I follow. You think somebody's going to see their Twitch app and see so-and-so mentioned you in a comment and be like, oh, I wonder what they said about me. Paul mentioned me in a comment. Oh my God. What's up, Astro? We've talked about a lot so far, and we've only been live for not even an hour. Not gonna lie, I fell for it at first. The first couple of times, yes, it's very easy. And then you notice it's just clickbait. But it's really funny. Sorry, you're making food. Hey, no worries. Make your food. I gotta make food here in a little bit. I also have a wrestling pay-per-view to watch. But what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to get across is there are so many different things that are scary with streaming. And Astro, I'm gonna brush over I'm gonna kind of talk about all the things we talked about. If you wanna chime in on any of it, feel free. Like, that's what tonight's all about. It's all about talking about the scary parts about content creation. We talked about making content and the fact that making content in and of itself is scary. We talked about taking risks. We talked about being spontaneous. We talked about having to start over. We talked about how the notion of the big content creators already get all the views, so the small guys can't grow. We talked about what do I do if nobody watches, or what if nobody comments? Astro said making content. I made my first ever loadout video the other day and I was so anxious to post it. Why were you anxious to post it? Why were you anxious? Also, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button on the stream. I'm going to pick this content creator's brain right now. because I felt silly. Everyone makes those videos, and I did my first ever voiceover, and it was so different than my normal content. Yeah, you said the right word. The reason why we were scared of all of those things, like all these different things, is because it's different. You have to step outside of your box from time to time. You have to take risks. You have to just post it. If it's something you've been wanting to do, post it, make it, do it. Because everything I saw was positive about your video. Your video was very well made. But it did well. Surprisingly, I've gotten nothing except positive. Exactly. Like, and you were anxious about posting it. Want it, wish it, do it. I want it, I got it. Or whatever it was Gandhi said. You should have seen the first time I got bits. My face lit right up, and I got super hyped and everything. Yeah, the first time anybody sends you any kind of money is like, ah! I wish I didn't make that sound. But here we are. But that's exactly it. I'm gonna join. I have a few things to say. Ooh. About what? What are you joining in for? Like, I would do different games, but it was hard for me because of the time zone and not having anyone to play with. That's why I just play COD. If you haven't noticed, my last couple streams have been all like solo. Zach, maybe that's your risk. Maybe that's your new thing. Play some single player games. Play some Call of Duty campaigns if you want to play Call of Duty. And a language barrier? No such thing as a language barrier. No such thing. Pin, are you joining Discord? Does it mean I have to make a display capture? Oh yeah, he joined the Discord. I'm gonna move you there. Put it here. Caller number 1, you are live on Pole's Points.
What up, Pole? What up, Pole? Can you hear me, man?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Hey, long time listener, first time caller, man. I'm just glad to be here.
Well, I'm glad you made it through. I mean, our call lines are always busy. We always got tons of people in. I'm glad we got you in today.
I was on hold for like 38 hours, so I really appreciate you taking this call, man. I know how busy and famous you are, and I appreciate you every minute I could get from you, G.
Well, I'm just glad you were able to make it through.
Ooh. I appreciate that. No, but on a serious tip, man, I love this stream, man. I've been peeping in the background, listening to everything that you guys are saying, and everything is spot on, man. And the risk is super necessary. For those who don't know, I'm a partner with YouTube, and I'm also an influencer on TikTok. I know the struggle of content creation and streaming. Before I became a partner, I've been doing this YouTube thing for 2.5 years. All right, that's how long it took me. I started off just making videos, and I would get like 5 views for a video I worked an hour and a half, 2 hours, because either I wasn't satisfied or I'm not, lack of equipment, because I was running everything through my PlayStation 4 at the time. So I was using all my stuff on Share Factory. If you don't like, it was a huge transition, but this was the year that I kind of found my way. Mm-hmm. And I was so like just trying to game with people and play with other people, play with other content creators and this and that. Mm-hmm. But I had to find my identity. I had to find who I am as a streamer, and who I want people to see me and
Mm-hmm.
represent. And for me, it's myself. That's the best way you could do it. For the people out there, please don't be afraid of being who you are. If you think your video is silly because it's like no one else is doing it, good. Because that's what people are looking for. People are looking for content that they haven't seen before. Anyone can post a loadout video or whatever, but what makes you stick out? Like, why should I watch your loadout video if J God or Tim the Tap Man or Exclusive Ace is running these same old videos? And like, so the copying is it's like, just stay clear from. Be who you are, be yourself, and grind out. You're not going to be famous in one day. It doesn't take all it takes is one video, but it's not going to happen on the first video. It's not going to happen on the second video. It could happen on the third video, but the percentage is not with you on that one. You have to learn the process and learn the grind, and it is so challenging to show up, but consistency is extremely key when it comes to content creating, when it comes to live streams. Not consistency where you have to post every single day. However many times you post is going to benefit you the more you do it, but it doesn't have to be every single day. As long as you're working on your craft and believing in yourself and finding your identity, play those solo games because those are the moments where you branch out and find who you really are instead of gravitating towards the people you're playing with. Like, you got to bring something to the table that other streamers or other people can not only just vibe with, but they can they'll see where you need help with and where you can help them as well too. You can't do this thing on your own. You need people,
Mm-hmm.
but finding that identity in you, man, it is so crucial and so necessary, extremely necessary for the grind. So for all you content creators out there who are struggling with ideas or struggling with views, don't look at the numbers, man, in the beginning. Let the numbers come when they come. Just post. Don't be afraid of being different. Don't be afraid of posting. If you're a perfectionist, that's all gravy, but don't let that hold you back from posting a video that you worked hard on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're working hard for all this stuff that you're producing, that all this stuff that you're creating. So allow it to spread. Allow yourself to be open and viewed to the world, because you never know what's gonna hit. And any video that you make, especially when you put you in it, it can hit at any given moment, but you have to stay consistent, because guess what? When it does hit, you're going to want that again. You're going to want to improve yourself. You're going to want more and more and more. When I went from 5 views to 20 views to 30 views to 40 views, all the way to there's a TikTok I got out there that's almost at 1 million views. When you're hitting these numbers, it's like it's going to strive you for more. But what can you bring to the table, and how can you better yourself? The easiest way is to figure out your identity in it and to consistently work on your craft. Just work on it. And if you finish a project, post it, no matter what, no matter how you feel about it. Because you might feel one certain way about your content, but there might be 1 million people who think otherwise. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But we have to put it out there to give it that chance. Learning the algorithms and all that good stuff. But that's pretty much it I want to say, man. Big shout out to Poe, man. I love this stream, man. I love that you're breaking it down, being vulnerable in these conversations, but it's extremely needed if you're a streamer and content creator. Like, we all need to hear stuff like this, because it's only gonna benefit you, and it's gonna hopefully give you a drive to kick in the next gear. Like, I want to take this seriously. And then if you are a content creator, why are you a content creator? Remember that why. Remember why you started, and keep that motivation and keep that drive for as far as you can go, man. Don't give up on yourself because the numbers aren't there. Don't quit on yourself because you think you're not good enough because this person is doing all these numbers and videos, or that person. Like, don't compare yourself to nobody. Be who you are and let the work speak for itself. I swear, if you just continue the process, I'm not just saying Paul, but everyone in general, if you continue the process, your work is gonna bring an outcome. That is a guarantee. It may take a while. It took me a long time. For YouTube, for TikTok, it didn't take me as long. But like I said, you never know when it's gonna hit. But consistency is key. Be goofy. My first video that exploded on TikTok, it was a Spider-Man video where I did a narrator voice in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that was the and I was scared to post that because I'm like, no one's doing this. I sound silly right now. I don't know if people are gonna understand why I'm doing things like that, and some people won't, and
Mm-hmm.
some people will. Some people are gonna hate it. Some people are gonna love it. Don't focus on the hate. Focus on the positive side of everything, man, because people are gonna enjoy you for you. So make sure y'all find your identities. Big shout out to Paul again. Love you, dude, man, and I'll be tuned in and listening, man. Appreciate you.
All righty, guys. That is Pinpoint Gaming. Pinpoint, where can people find you?
You can find me on exclusively on YouTube and TikTok. TikTok is I don't stream on TikTok. I just post videos on TikTok. But you can find
Mm-hmm.
me at YouTube at Pinpoint Gaming. Instead of an E, it's a 3, baby. We game in. And then same thing with TikTok, man. You can follow me there. Hopefully, you guys want to support your boy, say what's up, come say hi on the streams. I stream almost on a daily basis, at least 6 days a week. And we post TikTok videos at least 5 days a week. So yeah, come say hi. Even if you don't say hi, that's all good. I'm just here to support you guys. Any questions or anything, feel free to comment. Feel free to hit me up on the Discord. Whatever you guys need, I'm here for each and every one of y'all to help you guys grow. If you just want an opinion, if you just want ears, whatever you guys need, I'm here, man.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you coming on here and giving your 2 cents. I mean,
You're welcome, man.
the fact that you're partnered and you're over here is like, I can't believe it.
Oh no. Hey, I'm here, man. I'm here for everybody, bro. It doesn't matter how many subs you got. Like, I don't care if it's just one sub or if it's 100 million subs. If you show that dedication, if you show that hard work, or if you show that hunger, I'm gonna be there to support and I'm gonna be there to help any way I can. I'm not gonna like go all out. Like, I'm gonna let you, you know what I'm saying, take the
Mm-hmm.
steps that you need to move forward, because I can't baby nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And no one deserves to be babied by anybody or lied to or anything like that. I'm gonna be completely honest. So everyone, if you come to see me, please put the pride aside. I'm not here to hurt your feelings. I'm not here to be negative or nothing. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna be truthful, and I'm gonna help you any way that I can. It's just who I am. So that's for anybody who's listening, man. Appreciate y'all.
I appreciate you, man. And again, that was Pinpoint Gaming. You guys should see him in the chat. If you guys enjoy what he said, go check out his content. I'm not gonna say just go over there and subscribe to his channel. Go check out his content first. I will never ever just say go follow this person, go like this person's stuff, anything like that. Definitely go and check it out before you just blindly follow. What that does, I'm sure any content creator is going to be very appreciative of any follow, any subscriber, anything like that. But if you don't watch their stuff, what are you gonna? I mean, what really are you doing? You're inflating their numbers. Like, I don't care what platform you're on. If you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, you're on TikTok, whatever it is. If you follow somebody and you don't watch their content, their algorithms. So your algorithm is weighed out by how many subs you got, what your viewership looks like. And if it looks like this, you're probably not gonna get a whole lot of algorithm versus if it was like this or like that. Like, you don't want a huge gap. So the reason why I say don't sub unless you really want to, like, unless you check out their content, is just for that reason. You just subbing and never showing up to their streams or to their watching their videos could hurt them as a content creator. Just food for thought. But Astra, I know I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. I'm giving advice. But also, what's up? What's up, Chris? Mariners won. Nice. Hi, Chris. Hi. But I know you're trolling. I had to troll back. But the thing is, when it comes to content creation, doing exactly what Pinpoint said is scary. Like Astro was talking about, she was afraid of posting the reel and YouTube short because it's uncertain. Like, you know, a lot of people make loadout videos. A lot of people do the voiceover type videos. Astro's was different. If you guys watch it, which we're probably going to watch it now that she said something. If you guys watch it, it's a good video. It has elements that other people don't have in theirs, which is like the hot mics. There's a lot of hot mics in there, but they're not like just regular old hot mics that other people have. It was like you always, or it has more realistic hot mics that you would get versus just the normal, like, I just got shit on, or no fucking way. You know, it's nothing like that. They were actual kill comms that added to the experience. Zach said, for me, I go live, but I don't know how to edit or do some of the stuff I see from you or other people. Like what? My videos are very basic. But you want to know how I learned how to edit? I downloaded an editing software and went to YouTube and looked up the different things I wanted to learn how to edit. I also have friends that know how to edit videos, and I ask them for advice. Just know you're always going to have somebody around that will help. Yeah, and Astra does her editing on her phone, and her videos look great. She uses Splice or CapCut. I don't know what CapCut is. Only one way to learn, action. Yeah, you learn by doing. A lot of us are kinesthetic learners, which means we learn by doing. I'm very, very much so kinesthetic. If I didn't learn by doing, I wouldn't know what I was doing. Maybe I don't learn by doing. Apparently, because I really don't know what the hell I'm doing. But what is something else as a content creator that, or about, yeah, what is one thing about being a content creator or streamer that people would consider scary, or you considered scary at one point, or still consider scary? Like there's a bunch of things out there that different people find scary. My biggest one, and one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this session, was starting over. Like you guys know, I'm starting completely over here on YouTube. I still have the no one chatting fear. And Astra, I don't know if you were in here when I was talking to Zach about it, but one way to get over the no one's watching fear or no one chatting is make it a show, which you do a very good job of. When you don't have people chatting, you do know how to change kind of the course of how your stream's going, because you turn it into like, I'm just gonna keep talking about whatever and then wait for somebody to interject in one of the things I'm talking about, which is a great quality to have. I don't have that quality when I'm playing a game. When I'm doing these sessions, I can talk forever. Zach said, me, how I look, because I use a cam, self-conscious of myself. All of this. Bruh. If I can do it, anyone can do it, okay? If I can do it, anyone can do it. Those of you who don't know, I'm extremely self-conscious of how I look. Hair on point. My hair's not on point. But I'm extremely self-conscious. I don't think I'm even close to being an okay looking person. But you know what? I turn the camera on because I want to. If you don't want to stream with your cam on, don't. But you're gonna, like, if you want people to see you, like, if you don't want to use a camera, just like Asher said, you don't have to. Nobody says you have to. Sure, there are people, me, that don't really watch people that don't use a camera because what I want, like what I want when I watch a streamer, I want to meet the person. I don't want just the content. I go to streams to meet the person. If you don't, and you want just the gameplay, or you want the show part of it, like without the cam, that's fine. That's not me. That's not what I want. But you don't have to use a camera. If you're self-conscious of yourself and you don't feel confident enough to have your camera up, don't have your camera up. But still, you have to put on some kind of show. Chris said I'm self-conscious also. Yeah, the reason I use a camera is because when I watch, I like to be able to see them, because then it's kind of like talking face to face. That's kind of what I want myself to be as well. Okay, here's a very easy way to, I won't say easy, but here's a way to to get out of your psyche. When you stream, do you have your preview mode up on your OBS? Those of you who are self-conscious and stream, do you have your preview mode on your OBS? If the answer is yes, turn it off. Then you can't see what everyone else is seeing because it's a blank page. Pastor said, but I do prefer having a camera, but I am self-conscious. Again, 90% of streamers are too. 90 is probably a little low. It's not 100% of all streamers, but there's a good, it's the vast majority that are very self-conscious of everything they do. Pinpoint said, you can stream however you want. My homie Prince made partner with no camera. There's zero excuses. Be you. Use what you got and upgrade as you continue to grind. I wish I still had like videos of my first couple of streams. They were bad. Like bad quality, bad everything. But you know what? It's where I started. I started with a really bad mic, a shoddy camera, on a computer that could barely run games, let alone game and stream at the same time. You find your way. Like I used a capture card with my Xbox. Everyone has their own way. But anyway, back to what I was saying before all of that. I found the video of my first Verdansk win and the quality was awful. Right. And I've seen the video. It is not near the quality you have now. But you got to start somewhere. I remember some of those. Yeah, John, you've been here for a while. Some of those videos were bad. They were bad, especially compared to now. Like I've learned about lighting. I've learned about background importance. I've learned about how to make my camera look better, how to make my mic sound good. I've upgraded my microphone and my interface. I've learned a lot by making a lot of mistakes. That's another reason why I do these, is so that like when we talk about other things, let some of these mistakes be my mistakes. I always tell people I make mistakes so you don't have to. But going back to starting over. Astro and I have had this conversation numerous times. Chris and I have had these conversations more times than I want to admit. I've talked about starting over so many times that this time I finally said I'm going to start over. And I'm going to stick to my guns on it, and we are going to start over. Whoever doesn't come from Facebook does not come from Facebook. From the 4,900 people that were in the community, whoever comes over will come over. Whoever doesn't won't. Plain, simple. And that's fine. I'm glad with the people who do come to the stream. I'm happy that some of you just decided to come over here instead of just watching on Facebook. So sometimes starting over is necessary if you're unhappy. I was unhappy as a content creator on Facebook, not for Facebook's reason, but I feel like what I was talking about earlier with the algorithm gap with people versus your followers. Like my gap was like this. You have 4,900 followers, but you only have like out of your followers 30 people show up in the total of a week. 5 streams a week, and your returning viewers, which are your followers that came back from the week before, is under 40 people. It takes a toll on you, but it also takes a toll on your algorithm on Facebook. But that's life. You make mistakes. I started off just to get into the level up program. I did the follow for follow thing just to get into level up on Facebook. I now know that was stupid. It was not smart. So here we are, 4,900 later, and starting completely fresh on YouTube. I think we're up at 152 subscribers, which is great. We're trying to regrind back up to get into that partner status. We'll get there. I have no doubt that we'll get there. Pinpoints that I had horrible videos when starting. Horrible. Mistakes are super necessary to grow. Yeah, my first video, my audio levels were horrendous. And it was just like one of these types of videos. It was really bad. I deleted it from everywhere because they were so bad. I didn't want my name on it. Anything else you guys want to talk about as far as what things you find scary when it comes to being a content creator and content creation? No, I'm not even talking about streams. I'm talking about videos, anything like that. Videos, pictures. Any other things that you guys find scary as a content creator? People on YouTube might see me as somebody who only has 152 subscribers, but I also have 2.5 years under my belt when it comes to content creation with streaming. I've made a ton of mistakes, and like I said before, I'm here to make sure that you don't make those mistakes. But okay. If that's all she wrote. I appreciate everybody who came in here for Pulse Points. I didn't know what to expect tonight. I didn't know if any of my information was going to be of value to anyone. For those of you who didn't get to see the first part of the stream, this video will be unlisted. I will be making several little videos out of the things we discussed today. So stay tuned for those. But until next time, keep spreading the love, keep being a light, keep doing what moves you, and let's make a change. You guys have a fantastic night. I'll see you next time.